Today, Mayor Eric Adams says he's going to make sure schools stay open. At the same time, city officials are negotiating a temporary return to remote learning for tens of thousands of students who are not showing up to class. CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer joining us live with the latest. Marcia.
Well, Dana, since he took office 2 weeks ago, Mayor Adams has been telling parents that even in these times of soaring COVID cases, the safest place for their kids is in the classroom. Today, he offered some statistics to back it up after disclosing that 22,000 of the city's nearly 1 million students recently tested positive for COVID.
The real analysis that shows we were on the right path. Children who were home had a 15% increase or possibility of being exposed. Check out what the number was if they were in school. 1%. 1%.
It was Mayor Adams' latest effort to find some way to lure 200,000 students who haven't been showing up back into the classroom. This, as Adams admits, he's
working with the UFT,
the teachers union, to develop what he calls a temporary remote learning option for kids who get sick or who are not coming to school over COVID fears. Education experts telling CBS 2 it's an option that may have to be much more than temporary because Omicron is not going to be the last COVID variant to hit the Big Apple. The unanswered question is what remote learning will look like. Clearly, it will be much different than the de Blasio-era programs, which failed many students. In the past, the UFT has favored something called the academy approach, where teachers skilled in remote learning would teach groups of kids, maybe grouped by grade, maybe by subject matter. The goal is to find some way to do it so each school doesn't have to develop their own remote program. It could be done on a borough-wide basis or possibly based on community school district lines. Meanwhile, school officials are trying to figure out just why kids are staying home. Average attendance yesterday was 77%. CBS 2 asked the Department of Education for answers, demanding to know just what they're doing to identify kids who are staying home. Reluctantly, a spokesman disclosed that there are 250 attendance teachers in the city's nearly 1,800 schools whose job is to reach chronically absent students. There's also something called success mentors to do interventions and getting community and faith-based organizations to support students. Our educators work every day to connect with families and remove any barriers to attendance because children are safest in schools, said a DOE spokesman. Meanwhile, the mayor continued to reiterate his position that schools must stay open, just as New York City businesses must bring their workers back.
Schools are not closing. Let's be very clear on that. We are not closing our schools. We are now speaking with the UFT on different methods on how we can make sure our children are educated in a very safe environment.
Well, sources tell CBS 2 that talks between the Department of Education, City Hall, and the UFT are expected to go on throughout the weekend and even on Monday, Martin Luther King Day. All sides realize the need for a quick and an efficient solution. Live in the newsroom, I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Marcia, thank you.